Hey look, I'm not doing a Simpsons hit and run related video today. So LEGO games were a huge part of my childhood, and I still play them to this day, even though it's hard to keep up with them because they've been making like 5 a year. But there are a lot of things in LEGO games that, in my opinion, annoy the heck out of me. Keep in mind, I have not played every LEGO game, so I'm only going off my experience with the ones I've played. This is my top 10 most annoying things, and general and or specific, about LEGO games. Number 10. Unskippable cutscenes. I don't need to care about story when playing a LEGO game. It's either based off a movie that I've already watched, or some made up story that only exists so you can laugh at Nick Fury holding a sandwich or something. Basically, cutscenes in LEGO games have always been present. But you know what else has always been present? The inability to skip them. Doing story mode in LEGO Star Wars? Cutscene. Going to the next waypoint in LEGO Lord of the Rings? Cutscene. I had to play the very beginning of LEGO City Undercover twice in a row, and that intro cutscene takes forever. Why I had to play it twice? We'll get to that later. Number 9. Releasing games before all the movies come out. This is something that has bothered me ever since LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens came out. When it was announced, my reaction was, why not wait until episodes 8 and 9 come out and then do a complete saga with all 9 episodes? But instead, we got a game that I didn't want to finish, mainly because it felt really boring to me for some reason. Some LEGO games just don't hit the spot for me. Speaking of that, LEGO Marvel Avengers also came out way before the last Avengers movie, Endgame, did. As such, we got an okay game that only touches upon the first 2 movies and some of the other MCU entries. This game is the reason we don't have a LEGO game that includes all 4 Avengers movies, and that is just plain annoying. Also, LEGO The Hobbit? Good job, guys. Number 8. Getting stuck and or crashing. LEGO games are no stranger to glitches. I do glitches in these games all the time, usually so I can get to an area I'm not supposed to be, or grab something I'm not supposed to get. But there are some glitches in these games that completely break it, and either make me unable to continue, or completely crashes the game outright. I've gotten completely stuck at least 2 times in LEGO Jurassic World. One involved playing as one of the raptors and jump attacking while in this spot right here. And as you can see, I get stuck and unable to do anything because I'm in story mode. If I was in free play, I could just change my character, but no. And the other soft lock occurred in this area while in co-op, because I play co-op all the time. Apparently I built something before it was supposed to be built, and as such the segment was completely broken. I managed to get stuck in LEGO Star Wars 2 by building this grapple circle here, going back to the previous area, and going over to the circle again. I've also gotten stuck in LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga. Somehow I was able to get General Grievous to not die in his boss fight. I was forever stuck hitting him until I decided to just quit and redo the level. In LEGO City Undercover, I managed to get the game to crash in co-op by playing a game of basketball while my partner progressed the story. The moment after the cutscene played, the game closed and LEGO City Undercover has stopped working showed up on my screen. Great. Number 7. No GameCube controls for the Wii ports. I grew up with the Wii. Back when I got it for my birthday in 2010, I had only played LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2 for the Gamecube. So imagine my surprise when I buy LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga for Wii, and I can't even use my Gamecube controller. I thought, oh maybe it's just that game, and bought LEGO Star Wars 3 for the Wii as well. Couldn't use the Gamecube controller for that either. And, looking at the compatibility list now, apparently none of the LEGO games for Wii are compatible with the Gamecube controller. Why? Why would you do that? Complete Saga for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC work just fine without motion controls. Why can't you have more than one controller supported? I was surprised when I read that Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition has Gamecube controller support, and that game has a special aiming system for the Wii Remote. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3 works off a Gamecube controller as well, and that is a fighting game that also uses the Wii Remote motions. So it's not that they forcefully had to change the controls to support motion control and couldn't support GameCube controllers because of that, they were just lazy. Number 6. Using the bombs and or torpedoes. LEGO Star Wars 2 in the Complete Saga. LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga is the best LEGO game, in my opinion, and probably most other people's opinions. But there's one thing in this game that truly grinds my gears. Something that was introduced in LEGO Star Wars 2, bombs and torpedoes. I just don't get these things. The bombs go everywhere, explode and impact into everything it touches, including enemies, which is really annoying when they're chasing you all the time, and also the torpedoes just go wherever they want, not even trying to go for what you're aiming at. They'll just hit a rock or something, hit a wall. When it comes to the bombs, well, we went from this to this. Gunship Cavalry went from one of the best levels to one of the worst in one swift motion. This is why episode 1 is my favorite episode to play. Even with the slightly boring retake the palace level, it has no ships, no bombs, no torpedoes. Number 5. Useless characters. Imagine you're playing a LEGO game, having fun with your favorite character, Skiffguard. What, you don't know Skiffguard? He's everyone's favorite Star Wars character. What up Bib Fortuna? What up Ton Wee and Lama Su? Everyone loves these characters and plays them all the time, and okay, fine. No one plays these losers. Every LEGO game has these types of characters. They exist just to make the game look like it has more than it does. I don't think anyone actually wants to play as a generic thug or enemy you fight. It's even worse when there's multiple versions of that useless character. You can either play as Symbiote Scientist, or Symbiote Scientist Hazmat. Oh. Or you could just play as Spider-Man and forget this game ever offered you those guys to begin with. Number 4. Bad optimization. Going back to what I said during number 10, I had to play LEGO City Undercover twice because I bought it on the Switch. Then I obtained it legally on the PC 30 minutes later. This is because LEGO City Undercover on the Switch was playing at about 10 FPS. 10 FPS. In fact, even on PC the game didn't run perfectly. None of the LEGO games play perfectly on any console, not even PC for that matter. They're just badly optimized, all of them. With low frame rates on most of the modern games, and sometimes on PC it'll just freeze 3 times in a row, go back to normal, and then 10 minutes later it'll freeze 3 times again. I don't know what that's for. These games are fun, but they break whatever console you're on. They slow it down, they freeze it, they're just really, really badly optimized. Don't play LEGO games on console. Play it on PC. And if you do want to play on console, don't get it on Nintendo. Don't get it on Nintendo. Number 3. Voice acting. This issue is only prevalent in post-LEGO Batman 2 LEGO games. Voice acting is the most unneeded thing in these games since Regenerate Hearts. We already have invincibility, and we already had text and grunts. That was all we needed, but ever since LEGO Batman 2, every LEGO game feels the need to have cutscene after cutscene filled with so much voice acting that it just prolongs the already unskippable cutscenes. The difference between the unskippable cutscenes in LEGO Star Wars and the unskippable cutscenes in LEGO Marvel Superheroes is that you can actually sit through the LEGO Star Wars cutscenes without being bored out of your mind. Number 2. Infinitely spawning enemies. This only applies to the Star Wars games, at least for me. The problem is that since those are the games I play the most, this is the problem I have happen to me the most. There are just some areas where you want to be left alone to build something, use the force on something, but instead, the game decides to throw enemies upon enemies on you, and they never stop. You can't stop them from coming. This one carrot in Defense of Kashyyyk in the original LEGO Star Wars game, for example, took me 30 minutes to get out of the ground. Because the game spawned so many clones and so many droids that I was unable to actually keep using the force on it. So what I did was, I plugged in a second controller and used Chewbacca as bait while I tried to use the force. Unfortunately, most of the enemies killed Chewbacca instantly and went after Yoda afterwards. It was only after 10 more minutes that I finally managed to get the carrot out. No thanks to battle droid number 547. There's also some areas in episode 4 that do this. You know that one area. 100 stormtroopers coming at you like you said something about their moms. Yeah. Unless you pull the switch to close the doors and have fast build, they're gonna shoot you. It's inevitable. Number 1. This is the big one. This is the terrible one. Taking control away from you whenever you do anything. This right here is the main reason why Complete Saga is the best LEGO game. It is also the reason why none of the modern LEGO games have as close a replay value as Complete Saga does. It's because in these modern LEGO games, they always feel the need to zoom in on what you just built, or what you just shot, or who's doing what, or what's even happening. Why do they always zoom in on it? We can see it happening! People played Complete Saga just fine and had very little zoom in moments. But then you have LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 and it takes control away like every 5 seconds. Let me play the game. I know what I'm doing. You don't have to do this. Seriously, it's the most pointless thing since cups. Cups! Alright, that was my top 10 most annoying things about LEGO games. Hope you enjoyed. I sure did enjoy making it, considering I wrote the script in like 2 hours. Just thinking about what peeves me about these games, even though I still love them, and will continue to play them. Prey Skywalker Saga is great. Also, Prey has an option for grunts. We need grunts. Also, keep Yoda's old death sound. Thanks for watching.